Good morning. I'm John Ellsworth with Success Strategies. I'm the founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and the creator of the Success Strategy Advantage. And I want to welcome you today to a presentation that I've entitled, Who is this guy? Well, as you wrap up 2020, I know some things about it have made it a tough year. We've had some good things, we've had some difficult things, but I want to tell you a story about a man named Howard Hill. His story is that he is one of the greatest archery performers ever. Not this year, not last year, ever. That's a long, long time. But Howard Hill was a noted archery expert. They say that he could split an apple on the top of somebody's head without hurting that person, of course. And then he could take the two halves, and if they prop them up, he could split them again into quarters. And I want to be the first to tell you that thank you for thinking of it as you watch this. But no thank you, I do not want to be the target holding the apple or the half apples on my top of my head. But I'm telling you that as you wrap up this year, I want you to think about setting what are known as BHAGs. That's spelled B-H-A-G. And that's a term coined by author and consultant Jim Collins, the author of Good to Great and a number of other books. But BHAGs, it's an acronym. It stands for Big, Hairy, Audacious Goals. And what better time to set them than right now for the coming year? Here are some simple steps for you to follow. You've heard me say these before if you've watched any of my videos. You need to define the goal, lay out the steps to achieve it, and then determine one very important thing that people tend to overlook and they jump into the later steps. What's the first step? What is the first step you need to take after you've laid out all the steps? Determine who will be involved. Not necessarily how they're going to do every little detail, but who will be involved. Set a deadline. That's the when part of this. Set a deadline to complete the various steps. And could we possibly run into some snags? Well, if you do, welcome to reality, welcome to life. Those are the things that happen. They happen to me as well, so believe me, I know firsthand from experience. But change your course, adjust your course as needed, and go forward. And one other piece of advice as you move forward, take no prisoners. Go forward, make it happen. You are the captain of the ship and you can get this done. Now, I want to point out a couple things. I could teach you to be as much a better performer in archery than Howard Hill. And you're going, how are you going to do that, John? Well, you could be better than Howard Hill. I just have to blindfold him, spin him around about 20 times, so he's basically dizzy and can't see anything. Of course, he has a blindfold on anyway, so he obviously couldn't see anything. And I know you would do better than him at archery. And you're thinking, John, that's ridiculous. No one, including Howard Hill, could hit a target that they cannot see. And that, my friends, is my point exactly. The same thing holds true for you today, next year, 5 years down the road. So, here's what I want you to do. Decide what you want to pursue. That's the what part. Don't wait, because a year from now we could be having the same conversation in a similar presentation or one-on-one, and you'd still be no further ahead. So decide what it is you want to pursue. What steps do you need to do? Which one of those steps is first? Just so you didn't miss it, the 3 times I've said it, I'll make it a 4th time. Which one of those steps is the first one that you need to take? Who can help you? And in this respect, I would say focus on the objective, the planned outcome, the desired outcome, and not the cost. So many times I see people say, oh, gee, that costs so much, I can't afford that. Think of it as an investment, not a cost. If it's the right person, you will get 5 to 10 times return from them. I look back at turnaround businesses that I've helped, businesses that were up against the wall financially and close to failing, and we were able to turn them around. I never once heard any of them say, Gee, I wish I hadn't spent that money. I wish I hadn't invested that money in the process that you provided, John. They just did it. And maybe they did it just to survive, but they did it nonetheless, and they didn't count the cost. When will these steps be done? If you don't put a timeline on them, a goal, it's just, if you don't set timelines and deadlines on these goals, you'll never get there. You got to put some deadlines on them. Will you hit them all? Probably not, but you'll hit more of them than you expect, I think. And the important thing is, what will the drivers of the process be? What tools, what resources are those people involved, whether it's your own team or an outside service such as my own success strategies? What will the needs be of those people? I look forward to hearing about your success. I will look forward to seeing you, and I do mean you, at the finish line, and we'll be cheering you on. Again, I'm John Ellsworth, founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and the creator of the Success Strategies Advantage. I wish you the best for the holiday season and the coming year, and I thank you for listening today. Thank you very much.